Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? What did y'all think about that fight right there, man? That right there was a hell of a fight, man. Kownacki, he gets the decision over Charles Martin. All three judges gave him the fight 96 to 94. After the first watch, I literally had the fight a draw. Round six and round nine, I thought were pretty even rounds. Um, this fight starts off. Martin came out. You know he was gonna come out there, try to use his jab, circle to his right, try to land left hands. Kownacki, we knew he was gonna come forward no matter what Martin threw at him. He was gonna try to walk through it. Come out there and do his typical style, put up the high guard. He wants to dig to the body, put out a high volume, and try to just drown you. You know what I mean? That's Kownacki's style. And the first round, now all this is after first watch. All right, so I'm gonna go back, watch the fight. Uh, it was just such a good fight, especially that 10th round, man. That 10th round was classic. But so I gave Martin the first round, I believe, and then I gave Kownacki like round two, three, four, maybe five, six. I believe that's the one that was really close. But I gave Martin. Then I think I gave Martin seven, eight. I gotta go back and watch, man. I'm gonna go back and watch that one. 10, I gave the Martin. That right there was a classic round. Pretty much what I saw throughout the fight was Kownacki trying to come forward, and then Martin, Showtime was not giving Martin or the crowd. The crowd was pro Kownacki. I know there's a big Polish following out there in New York, so I understand that. But they were really cheering for Adam, man. But they were cheering all his work, and then the work that Martin was landing. Showtime wasn't really even saying nothing about it. There was times where Martin was, we know he's southpaw. He would pivot off his front foot to his right and land like a right hook. So it's like a check right hook. Like the orthodox guys land the check left hook. He was landing his check right hook on Kownacki, landing good uppercuts, especially later on in the fight. Then he was landing good lead double left hands. They were not even counting him. It's like they were talking over that. And I was like, wow, man, like they're not giving the dude no credit for none of the work that he's landing. But Kownacki did a good job. They both did a good job of answering the other guy back. You know what I mean? One guy started landing, five, six, seven punches in a row. He'll get the momentum, then the other guy will snatch it back from him. There was a lot of that going on throughout this fight. Man, I'm gonna get to you guys in the comments in a second here, but this was just a really good fight, man. A really good fight. That 10th round, Martin came out strong. Uh, Kownacki answered him back. Then it looked like Martin was gonna get stopped, man. Tell you the truth, and then he comes back, damn near stops Kownacki towards the end. Uh, Really good fight. And look, whether he lost or not tonight, to me, Martin should get some respect for this performance about the heart. Like I said in the lead up to this, it's not if he loses, it's how he loses. Will he go out on his shield? And tonight he was willing to go out on his shield, and he was willing to try to win the fight. Not just, hey, I'm gonna give my best effort. Okay, I came up short. No, he literally throughout the fight was trying to win his fight to the final bell. When he heard that 10-second bell, you could tell he tried to put it on. You know what I mean? To pour it on, rather, to end the fight off. So he was trying to win this fight to the very end. So I give Martin credit for that. But we don't win brownie points. Kownacki wins the fight. He's going to move on. He's highly rated in the, was it the WBC, I believe? I don't have the rankings in front of me. But I would love to see him right in the mix with all those other guys. Now, he's beating a former world title holder, which is Charles Martin. And he beat a guy that competed for the title in Spilka. So now his next step is to get in one of those type of situations where he's in a elimination bout with one of the sanctioning bodies, and he can try to work his way towards a title shot, man. Him and Andrew Ruiz Jr. would be an excellent fight. Him and Jennings, based on Jennings' mindset and his fighting style with his high guard, wanting to come forward and land those hard single shots, I think that'd be for an entertaining fight. I would like to see him, him and Ortiz, like him and Brazil, him and White, him and Ortiz would be interesting to see because Kownacki's the type of dude, man, where these guys are only having success that I've seen. Martin, Spilka, some of those guys only have success against him when he slowed down his pace. That's what happened in this fight. He was slowing down his pace, and when he did slow down the pace, he just laid on the inside. Martin was able to get off good work, especially with double left hands. But then as soon as Kownacki turns into a firefight, he usually has most of his success fighting in that style and rhythm. But yeah, but him and Andy Ruiz Jr. be a good fight. But the Luis Ortiz one, I would like to see that because Martin was landing some good straight lefts, some good left uppercuts, and those are like money punches for Ortiz. I like to see Ortiz try to pick him off, and how will Kownacki react to that? Will he hit the canvas, or will he try to, fight through all that and force Ortiz to go on the back foot and have a firefight? A lot of good matchups you can make with Kownacki. With a guy that fights like that, man, you could throw him in there with the milkman, and it'll be an entertaining fight based on what he likes to do in there. See what you guys talking about. Man, Poby was good. The Perfection was good. AZ gains PP. Rebellious Ghost says, well done to Kownacki. He needs to keep a consistent weight instead of fluctuating the feet. Yeah, man, he goes up and down in weight, right? He was 242 for Spilka. He came into this fight literally a pound under his career high. His career high, I believe, was the Barboza fight where he came in at 264 and a quarter, I believe. And in this fight, he was 263 and a quarter. So I didn't see how it would be able to help him. But, again, him and Jarrell, man, it's crazy that they're homeboys, because these two dudes can put up a high work rate, man, and carry so much weight. People say lose weight, lose weight. And I'm looking at the punch count. Although I don't always agree with the punch count, but according to their stats, he's a high volume fighter. And I mean, you could tell with the eyes that the dude was just letting hands go. You know what I mean? He's just letting hands go. So for a guy to be so big, carry so much weight, he could put out a high output of punches. Dillian White's damn near the same, where he can do that type of shit, man, where he can put out a high output and carry so much weight. And it's like people say, "Oh, those guys tired." It's like, well, shit, yeah, you'll tire too if you're over 200 and 50 pounds, throwing down there 100 punches in one, in rounds at a time. Let me see here. King Strick was good. Everyday best. He says, AKA lay off the donuts. Hey, man, if it's getting the job done. Johnny Todd says, thank you for the truth. You rock, Mr. Boxing. Appreciate that. Let me see here. Yeah, Gaines PP says he had it 95-95. So did I, and I thought the 6th and 9th were close. Now, that's after first watch. I was missing like 15 seconds here, 20 seconds here, moving around the house with the family, but I was trying to keep a close eye on it. But from what I seen, it looked like an evenly fought fight. But when whoever had the momentum was really landing on the other guy. It's just that watching it live, Showtime and the crowd were just hyping up everything Kownacki did, which rightfully so, because he was landing some good work to the body, good work upstairs, hooks and uppercuts. But there was times where Martin was landing some clean shots on him, man. Double straight lefts, hooking off the pivot with the right hand, good uppercuts, good shots. And Showtime was talking over it, and obviously the crowd, but wasn't giving them his props. But regardless of that, though, it was a great fight. And round 10 right now, is a candidate, in my opinion, for a round of the year. This was a good fucking fight, man. I appreciate all y'all showing up, man. Let me see here. I want to watch the remainder of these fights. I definitely want to catch the Sean Porter versus Danny Garcia. I'm edging Garcia to win this by decision. But we're going to see what happens, though. Aaron Morales says, no, Martin needs a little more training. His skills are weak. I hated his jab. It's, sometimes, you can have a great jab, and in some fights, the jab just not working for you. So you got to go to other things. And to me, he was able to adjust and go to other things. And that's another thing. Martin was getting hit with some shots tonight where you can tell at least looking at it like, okay, he has to make a decision. Do I really want this? Because there was a few times where it looked like he might wilt under pressure, but then he came back and threw hard shots and got Kownacki off of him. But sometimes when your jab's not working, you got to go to lead shots. And to me, he was doing a great job of lead left hands, lead uppercuts, lead right hooks. You know what I mean? To replace his jab for tonight. You know what I mean? He and to me, he was landing some good jabs. It's just that Adam is so much of a pressure guy. He'll just walk. I mean, he'll get hit with the jab as he's walking through the punch. You know what I mean? Like head snap back, but feet still coming forward. So he can crowd you and sully, you know what I mean, you being able to throw that jab like that and getting that room and space that you need to really pop it out there. But I mean, Martin was throwing it, but it really had no effect. He wasn't really snapping it. And with a guy like Kownacki, you can turn him and stay on the outside with the jab, but you got to make him respect you at some point by planting your feet and throwing something. You know what I mean? So I think Martin just chose to get close a lot, and he started to win some of those pushing matches that they were having on the inside, because early it was all Kownacki being able to put his pressure and push Martin back, or at least have a standstill with Martin. But then Martin started to win some of those pushing matches. You know what I mean? And he was landing shots to the body. But I definitely want to see Martin again. You know what I mean? I don't think he needs more work. I think he is who he is at this point of his career. You know, the fights that I've seen him dominate, like the Dueco fight, or when he fought, what's the dude's name? Vicente, forgot the guy's name, but he knocked him out with a left hand. Usually it's he's able to use the jab, and then boom, and that left hand is usually putting guys down. Or he's able to throw combinations, get in and out, like he was against Joey Dueco. This situation, it was literally back foot, back foot. Okay, I have to stand my ground and fight this guy. Not stand my ground and just, you know, pick spots and have my way, but I actually have to fight, push, like get physical with this guy, use some physicality, push this guy back. And he was forced to bring something out of him that I really hadn't seen in any other fight, which is to have a dog fight. King of Kings says, Kings of Kings Boxing says Martin is better than we know. He just needs to stay with Jeff and learn how to fight. And also stay with, you know, keep Henry Tillman in his corner as well. The one LVZ of the LDBC was good, bro. He says, even if it was the last 4 rounds of the fight, okay, let me see. Yeah, okay, LVZ. He says, at least Martin finally showed some heart. Yeah, he showed some heart in there tonight, man. He showed some heart. Hey, low key though, man, I think this may be a candidate for Fight of the Year. Maybe I'm just going off of, you know, that first watch, but the way, you know, and then the way it ended, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna go back and watch it tonight. But for what I've seen and from the other fights I've seen this year, man, it's definitely a candidate. And round 10 is definitely a candidate for a round of the year, in my opinion. I'm gonna jump off in a second, y'all. I want to catch the rest of these fights. Yeah, shouts out to all y'all that showed up, man. But I'm gonna hop off so I catch the rest of these fights, man. Y'all be easy. I'm gone.